Oh my goodness. So, a terrifying moment. During my brother's fourth birthday, my brother Jamie, my brother Dan was 6 and I was 8. It was a beautiful sunny day on our 15-acre farm. And my brother is born in August. We were all playing around the apple tree, and all of a sudden, my youngest brother got stung by a yellow jacket. All of a sudden, he started to swell up. And I went to find my mom and I was like, Mom, something's not right with Jamie. Thankfully, my mom didn't just blow me off. And she actually looked at Jamie and she was just like, oh my gosh. And she threw all three of us kids into the car and raced to the hospital. And it was just crazy and terrifying, and thankfully I was a really responsible kid, and so like my mom just she left. She was trying to get them to help her, and the lady at the front desk was just like, just wait, and my mom just like, no. And now my mom is usually a pretty like calm, passive person, and I am so grateful that in this moment she didn't, because she raced down the hospital hallway screaming for help, and one of the ER nurses thankfully saw her, and mom turned around to show her my brother, who apparently was basically blue at that point. And the woman took my brother. Oh, still makes me emotional to think about it. And called all these codes, um and I guess my brother was like really close to actually dying. It was one of those moments where like literally seconds mattered. And it's just it's so important, right? Is to have your kids be able to pay attention. We didn't know that my brother was allergic to bees at that point. And um, but just like having little kids, just notice and have parents notice and take immediate action, and like listen to your kids when things come up. Because they're not always over exaggerating on things. I know kids can be super silly about certain things, but yeah, and forever after that moment, like it was my responsibility and my middle brother, our responsibility is that like every year when the apples fell from the apple tree, we took the time and we separated the apples that were rotten into the wheelbarrows, and we wheeled those apples acres away from where my youngest brother would be playing. And so just like again, like stewardship at a young age, like being mindful was so important. But it was so beautiful because even though that happened and my brother got an EpiPen that we kept on hand that I think we had to use a couple times, but um, we didn't live in a fear state. Like bees were everywhere. Like we had apples on our property, we had cherry trees on our property, we had Bing cherries and we had reindeer cherries, and we still like went and played and rode our bikes around the neighborhoods and whatnot. But it was an awareness without stifling our freedom, without living in this constant fear state, which I think was really powerful to be able to learn and be aware of our surroundings without being afraid. Now, granted, during that time period, I think it was like maybe in the 90s, there was that crazy like killer bee story of the swarms of killer bees. That made me a little bit scared sometimes. And I once got stung by 3 bees on one of my knees, 3 different bees, when I was eating a honey sandwich, sitting in our popcorn tree. We call it popcorn because they were like these big flowers of like tiny little flowers together. It made popcorn. But yeah, it was quite the experience. Um, it was not the first time that the last time rather, that I ended up looking out for my brother. He had another injury later in life that I don't remember the timeline on, so we'll wait on that story. But there's your short story for today. More crazy adventures. But my brother is alive and well today. And yeah, still allergic to bees. But I think not quite as bad, which I'm grateful for. But yeah, I definitely have a respect for people who have allergic reactions to things, and that is not an exaggeration. And that just the smallest thing can take a life, which is crazy. Anyhow, so more rambly lives. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Have a great day, all.